Okay. Well, I'm way down here. Hey, George. I'm got your guitar today. I forgot how pretty this thing looked, but what I've been doing is I've been doing some circuit testing with my own meter, and yeah, there is a problem somewhere. So I've got a test cable, and this right here, I'm gonna get around the camera and show you how I got it rigged up. Bear with me. That little cable, it goes down to my amp, and as you can see, I got it plugged in a little custom amp right there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to zoom in on this thing where you can get a good look at what we doing. This camera stands about shot out, I think. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna go around there and I'm gonna hook the amp up. I got your jack plate. You got it took off, but we don't really need that. I got it. I'm gonna hook the red lead, which is the positive side, and then I'm gonna hook the black wire up to the negative side. Make sure they're not touching nothing. They're not touching the ground. Now we're gonna turn the amp on and see if we get any kind of buzz or feedback. Oh my. Yeah, I'm getting. Okay, you hear that? I'm touching. See it. When I touch, it's blue. You hear it? That is just horrible. That is awful. I'm gonna cut the amp off. Alright, so with that being said, sorry about that. I'm gonna take the leads back off. And what I'm gonna have to do, and I'm gonna break this down, take the strings off, pull the I'm gonna go move the camera out a little bit there where you can see, or I can see what's going on better, or you can. Uh-oh, wrong way. Alright. And here we go. Alright. Right there. Anyway, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to take this out, take these pickups out. I'm gonna test these pickups, but what I'm betting on is right under here, this pot has got a grounding issue. One of the wires that grounds the black lead and the pickups together has got to be broke somewhere, and I'm gonna cut the video off while I take this apart, and we'll put it back. I'll turn it back on when I find out what's wrong, and I'm gonna check the shielding behind it and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna cut the camera off, and when I get it tore down, I'll turn the video back on, and we'll figure out what's wrong with this thing, and hopefully I can get it fixed here. And today's Thursday. I hope I get it in the mail to you in the morning first thing, and that way Monday morning you'll have it. Okay, George. Well, I got it broke down, got everything off, and by golly, it didn't take me but a second to find the problem. There's your cavity, just in case you want to see what she looks like on the inside. That's what she looks like, but there's your pick guard plate. But look right here, I'm gonna try to get this zoomed in. I found the problem immediately. It ain't gonna take me but just a second, but let's see if I can find an instrument. I got to keep it in the camera, sorry about that. Right here, let me do it with my finger. Right here, that right there, that's your ground wire. It grounds everything. Well, guess what? The solder has come loose. That was my fault. Poor job on the solder. It won't ever happen again. We learning something. But there it is, right there. We have a bad solder joint right here. That thing's come completely. I'm trying to get it in the camera. You can see it, because that thing's supposed to be down there and soldered to the pot. Well, it has come loose. I can move it up, but I'm gonna go in there. I'm not gonna do a video about the soldering, but I'm gonna solder it back down good, and I'm gonna check my own meter and ohm it out and check it one more time. And just like it is, I can plug it into that amp by hooking these two wires back up. And I'm gonna probably take this wire out that we got a little short. I'm gonna put a longer piece on it while I'm soldering, and this one here is fine, but I'm gonna check every joint while I got it, and when I send it back to you, you'll have a fine sounding quiet guitar. So I'll give you a demonstration of the next step in this after I go in there right now and do my solder work. Okay, George, I have actually fixed the problem, and I got it plugged in now. The jack's already soldered in and all that, but wow, I had to go to town. I found out the main thing was my soldering iron had quit on me, and that your guitar was the last one. That pot was the last thing I done it, but I got it plugged in right now. The amplifier's turned up pretty high. I'm gonna take this little metal pick and touch right here on the pickup and show you. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. They all working. The volume knob, let's cut off now. Nothing. Cut it up. So we in good shape. Seems like these picks, I guess you lowered them. I'm gonna tighten these up and get them where they'll level out for you and all. But anyway, I'm gonna cut the camera back off and put the whole guitar back together and tune it up. And I'm gonna rip you off a little tune on it, and then I'm gonna go in the house and get it packed up, and I'll ship it back to you first thing in the morning, buddy. But we got you going again, and like I said, the soldering iron I had, I didn't know it had quit. I went to resolder everything, and I couldn't get no heat out of it, so evidently that last pot that I soldered that ground wire on, it didn't have enough heat. It evidently was going off, and that was the last step I did. And by golly, I went and bought me a new soldering iron today, and now I can get some heat. And like you say, I got you working, and I'm gonna get your pickup height adjusted just right for you, and I'm gonna reset the intonation and check everything out. And the only thing you're gonna have to do when you get it is play it. Hello, George. Just wanted to let you know I have got our baby fixed. Wasn't no problem. I'll be dropping it back in the mail to you. Today's Thursday. Today's the day I got it. So I'll be dropping it in the mail tomorrow, Friday morning. Today's the 30th. I got the amp cranked up, and I'm using my custom amp, which is one of my Tattletale worst amps. If there's any noise or shorts or growling, this little boy right here, it'll tell on it, because it's got the old spring reverb in it and all. great. Sounds great. I'm glad I got one of my babies fixed. I'm sorry for the problems we had with it. And that's the tone wide open. There's your tone amp. I actually got an amp overdriving. We back in business. I'm gonna be mailing it. I'm gonna go to the post office. Post office here in Cordele opens at 8:30, and I'll be the first one in line. Get it wrapped up tonight. Everything's still the same, original. Looks just as good as it did the day you bought it, except much better, because we got that soldering problem taken care of, and it was my soldering iron that had went went out on me. I didn't realize that at the time, and I guess this is actually the last guitar I used that soldering iron on, and that soldering iron it went kaput, as they say, and I went to town today, bought me a brand new soldering iron, got everything. I checked every joint in it. I resoldered every joint, so you ain't got nothing to worry about. It's still plugged up, and amps. Well, I must have cut it off. But anyway, it's still plugged up. I just cranked the amp wide open. And the only thing I hear is some cars way off going down the road, but there we go. And the guitar is en route right back to you, George.